Hey guys, LockBreakGaminz here, and today I'll be covering the new SS rank Obito Super Impact. I won't be covering the A and S rank since they are so easy that you can turn on auto throughout the whole map and still win. A lot of players including me had trouble with the first map, so I'll be trying to focus on that more. I'll be covering my team first, so if you want to skip past it, I'll try to remember to leave the timestamps in the description. Sadly, Final Valley Naruto and Sage of Six Paths Madara are necessary for my plan, although if you only have one of the two, you can just bring a friend one to compensate for it. So the three main healers on the team is Final Valley Naruto, Sage of Six Paths Naruto, and my Tsunade. I also have three main tanks, Edo Madara with his damage reduction ability, Sage of Six Paths Madara with his base damage reduction of 30%, Sage Mode Naruto giving a wisdom damage reduction as a buddy skill to my Madara, and Final Valley Naruto with his wisdom damage reduction ability. So as you can see, Final Valley Naruto plays quite a big role, so that's why he's needed. Madara, he's just good overall, and his secret technique will come into play during the first map. So sorry. As for replacements, you can replace Tsunade, Sage of Six Paths Naruto, with any passive healer, such as the new Wisdom Ninja World Class Shock Pain, Bravery Super Impact Killer Bee, if you have max duped him, Kaguya, Bravery Pain, Heart Hashirama, Samurai Sakura, Hidan, Wisdom Shizune, and Bravery Hashirama. There are quite good replacements for healers. As for tanks, replacement tanks, you can use Bravery Hashirama, Nagato, Body Hashirama, Blazing Fast Sakura, Limit Broken Gaara, Phantom Castle Karin. For Sage Mode Naruto's body skill replacement, you can use the new Kakashi, obviously. But if you had him, you wouldn't need this guide, so the other option would be Haku. If not, you can just bring any damage reduction body, like just base damage reduction, although it might not be as effective. So yeah, as for friends, unless you have a Final Valley Naruto of your own, I recommend you bring a Final Valley Naruto friend instead of a Kakashi, since Kakashi can be quite a liability if he gets hit too many times in the first map. So yeah. So now moving on to the actual game. The strategy for the first map is to split them up first while focusing on at least one unit. In this case, I was focusing Yugito. So this is where Final Valley Naruto's ultimate comes in handy in getting rid of the Jinchurikis. As you can see, Obito attacks one turn later than all the other Jinchuriki, so you can take advantage of that to split Obito from the other units. So only leave your tanks out and never switch them out, since the combination attacks and jutsus that they deal can be quite deadly. So you want to leave your healers in the back row as well, since the jutsus that I said will health seal. So unless you have a decent amount of healing already in the back row, I wouldn't recommend leaving any healers out in the front row. I leave Final Valley Naruto out since he's acting as a tank, so I don't really mind him getting health sealed, since he still can tank, and I still have a decent amount of healing left. So Sage of Six Paths Madara is going to be the main tank here, since he has about, I think, 60% damage reduction in total for wisdom. Maybe not 60, but I guess around there. So by using his ultimate, you'll be dragging everyone closer to him, So make sure you don't group up any of your units, since if you just let Madara get hit, then you'll probably have a better chance of living. So you'll be aiming for his ultimate, so don't use his jutsu and try to generate chakra for him. So in my case, I used Sage of Six Paths Naruto to generate chakra with his jutsu, and Final Valley Naruto with his ultimate. And if I didn't get that 5% chance to gain chakra upon hit, I could have used Edo Madara to gain that necessary chakra for him to get his ultimate. Of course, you don't have to get it in just 2 rotations, so you can just take your time, I guess. But the longer you take your time, obviously the higher chance of you dying. So yeah, as long as you have tanky units and decent healing, you should be able to make it past this map. So as long as you just let one unit tank most of the hit, to ensure that the rest of the units won't get hit as well, you should be fine. Although they are vast range, so you have to stay quite far away. So just like, I guess you can follow exactly what I'm doing, like how I'm doing stuff. So yeah. For map 2, you can start dodging, so having units that ignore substitution like Madara and Final Valley Naruto would be a nice aid. So although try not to make sure that basically don't let that one unit that ignores substitution that you bring be a liability, because personally I would rather have good units that doesn't ignore substitution than units that become a liability although they do ignore substitution. So for example, you decide to bring Wisdom Minato, like sure he can ignore substitution with his jutsus, but he doesn't provide much to the team in terms of healing and tanking, so I wouldn't bring him. So basically as you saw, I stopped for chakra on the first map, so you just unleash all your secret techniques on the Obito until you have none, and then you spread all of them out. Since his secret technique inflicts attack reduction, you want to let your weakest unit get hit, since you don't want to let your strong hitters get that debuff. So yeah, in this case it was my Tsunade, so I only let her get hit, as you can see. So unless you have units that are immune to attack reduction like Shisui Sing skill, I wouldn't recommend letting multiple units get hit. So just do what I do and let your weakest unit get hit, which most likely is gonna be a healer like my Tsunade. Note that he loses his damage reduction whenever he's about to jutsu, so whenever you see that he says danger, he probably doesn't have damage reduction anymore, so it'll be more effective to use your secret techniques then. Although intentionally saving up your secret technique till that one moment could be less effective, so I wouldn't intentionally save my secret techniques until all of them would land on the instance where he doesn't have damage reduction. And if you see me attack weakening with my Sage Mode Naruto, it's not really needed. At least for me, it's not really needed, but it'll be helpful nonetheless. So yeah, you can use it if you want to. Some good attack reduction unit are Gara, the Tobirama, the free to play one. Although I wouldn't bring him since he'll be quite a liability. So yeah, attack reduction isn't really necessary, but if you want to use it, go ahead. And again, just store till you have your secret technique and finish him off. Now for map 3, it's extremely simple. It's so simple that it's almost like a joke. he doesn't do anything except give himself damage reduction. So like the second map, he buffs his damage reduction whenever he does his jutsu. So when at the instance where he sees danger, when he's about to do his jutsu, he will lose the damage reduction as well. But note that he has a base damage reduction of 40%, so you still have to deal with that unless you have the new Kakashi. So my tactic basically is to use all my ultimates, then I auto till I have them back. Now using auto in an SS rank is quite unheard of, since usually you the only time you auto is when you're in a story mode or emergency mission. But who would have thought you would use an auto in an SS rank, right? Because it's so simple that he doesn't do anything basically that ensures that you need to have some kind of strategy. So just auto it. But if you're not confident, don't do it, of course. So yeah, I have about 2.1k healing and have a decent amount of tanking, so that's why I'm confident that I'll live throughout the whole auto. So don't do it if you only have like 1k or less healing, of course, or you don't have good tanking units. So yeah, a good amount of healing will be around 1.5k. Yeah, that's about a good estimate. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any queries, still feel free to ask away in the comments, or you can DM my Instagram account at Naruto Blazing Stuff. Hope my guide helped you, and yeah, see you guys next time.